So you can pretend like you have it all figured out and that you're living in a constant state of bliss all the time, but that just would be a lie. You would be lying to yourself. Because if you can still perceive darkness, if you can still perceive other people and their egos, if you can still perceive separation, if you can still perceive, I can still perceive this thing as being separate from me. This bag is separate from me. That's because I'm in the fallen world. We are in separation. This thing can be separate from me and then I can hit it. That doesn't make sense in oneness. So if you're still experiencing separation, it's because you still got work to do. You still got a shadow to look at, and it's inside of you. It's not out there. It's not at the person at YouTube who made you mad. It's not at your neighbor who lets their dog poop in your yard every day. It's not at the car that drove by you and flipped you off. That is all coming from inside of you. And the way to deal with it is to go so deeply within the energy that arises when these external occurrences happen and sit with the discomfort, to face what comes up for you in that moment. And it's so hard. It's so hard to do. It's so hard to do, to not react externally and to instead sit with that fire that is coming up from within you. But that is being in a state of expansion. When you can go within and sit in the discomfort, you are in a state of expansion. When you react externally, you flip the other person off back or whatever, you are in a state of decay. You think you have it all figured out, and you need to flip them off because now you're triggered and mad too. There is also a time to go back out into the world and place firm boundaries. I'm not saying to like just be a hermit on the inside, but you should always go inside first. And then once you go inside, then you can come out more clear-minded, with more clarity on how to respond rather than react. You'll come out with more clarity of knowing how to respond from a place of unity rather than from a place of separation. Respond from a place of truth instead of from a place of distortion. But the only way you can respond from unity and truth is if you go inside first, if you take full responsibility for everything first, and then come out into the world and respond.